Hi there, this is Elena with Black Sheep 303 Creative, and my project today is a very quick, very simple spring card using Distress Oxides, but I'm not using them in any fancy method. I am just stamping with them and doing a little bit of watercoloring. There are a lot of technique videos out on YouTube right now showing all the really cool, fun things you can do with the Distress Oxides, and I will have a more elaborate one on Tuesday. But I wanted to just show you how you could make a really super fun, really quick and easy card using basic stamping methods with the Distress Oxides to show just a little bit of the difference between the oxides and the inks. So the oxides are opaque, whereas the Distress inks are translucent. And you can see how it gives that like kind of almost painted chalk-like effect on the paper, and it stamps very crisply. Whereas the Distress inks are not actually designed for stamping. They are designed for more technique-based things. So when you stamp with them, you get a much more, I call it rustic kind of look with your stamped images, which can be great for some things. But the oxides give a super crisp, really fine, nice image, and I thought that was really fun for this sort of floral background that I'm doing with Altenews Botanical Gardens stamp set. And you're going to see I'm going to wipe off a little bit of ink off of one of the branches so it doesn't overlap my other flower right there with my baby wipe. And then I'm going to finish up. So I'm using Spiced Marmalade and Worn Lipstick Distress Oxides here, and I wanted to go with like kind of a fun spring palette. So that was why I picked the yellow, pink, and orange look there. And now I'm stamping one more flower onto 140-pound watercolor paper using archival ink. This is Jet Black Archival, because I want to do a little bit of watercolor. So I've got Worn Lipstick on my craft mat there, and I'm just dipping my brush in water and kind of diluting it down a little bit, and then just painting just a tiny bit onto the inner edges of the flowers. And then I've got a dried out baby wipe that I'm using to blot up anything where it gets too wet. And this makes a really soft, really pretty look for this flower. I wanted something very simple, and that tiny bit of pink added a really nice touch. And then I outlined the entire image with a black glaze pen to kind of really emphasize the black and white look on the flower. Because I was trying to go with kind of a modern color palette for my spring card. And this is the greeting, which is Happy Spring from the Lawn Fawn Ready Set Shake stamp set. And now I have cut that into a banner, and I've also got a like black and white chevron paper cut into a banner and a little pink strip there. Both are from Gina K Designs. And then I'm adding some Spectrum Noir clear sparkle marker to the white portions of my flower just to give it a little bit extra sparkly touch. And that just kind of added a nice little extra dimension to the it's a fairly simple flower. And added a little bit of glossy accents right to the center just to give that like middle a little bit of dimension. And I'm going to adhere everything together using my ATG gun. And as you can see, it's kind of a funky take with the black matte, which is A2 sized, and then sort of my black and white along with pink accents that I've got going. But I wanted to do kind of like a funky modern floral. The background actually reminds me a lot of like a wallpaper because of the way it stamps. It's so kind of chalky and matte. It's a really pretty, almost old-fashioned kind of look, but then combined with the black and white, it seems a little more modernized to me. So I hope you like that. Now I'm putting a little bit of dimension on the back of my main focal point flower with some foam tape, and then I'm going to add some sequins all the way around it because it seemed a little plain, and I wanted, of course, that extra touch of sequins because you gotta have sequins, right? So I'm using some Pretty Pink Posh 4mm and 6mm clear droplets that I absolutely love, and then the pink ones are from the Pretty Pink Posh Summer Mix, and I'm adhering them down with Ranger Multimedia Matte, which is great for sequins. And that was basically the completed card. Picking the sequins was a little tough. I tried orange, I tried some iridescent pink, but once I got to that solid pink, that seemed like just the right touch. So not a fancy Distress Oxide video today, but kind of a simple look at some of the things that you can do that are just regular old stamping with these new inks. Now they do a lot of other amazing, amazing things. So I'm sure you can find more videos, and I will have a more complicated project on Tuesday, so you can come back and check that out. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. There's a supply list linked in the video description below, as well as on my blog, and if you liked the video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I would love it if you would subscribe. You can also follow me on Instagram at blacksheep303, and I always love to hear from you, so leave me a comment or an idea, suggestion, question, anything. Thanks so much. Have a great day.